scores from earlier this afternoon. But for now...
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Dallas Cowboys and the Atlanta Falcons. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. As we get a peek at their dynamic signal caller hailing from Mississippi State, it's Dak Prescott.
In your face.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Now a play fake here on first down. Got his open man, it's Carr. And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Cooper's got it. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And the offensive starters for Dallas.
I can't help but chuckle a little bit every time I think about Zach Martin and the controversy, air quotes there, about him being picked by the Cowboys because many thought that another player was going to be picked in that spot. But they made the right call in getting Zach Martin. Versatile player, played guard and tackle in college, and uses that versatility to his great advantage in the NFL. Immediately was an all-pro and continues to play to that level.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. The starters defensively now for the Falcons. They were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you can tell by this team, all right? Anytime you can tell your offense, hey, just get us a couple touchdowns. We got this thing locked down. That's when you know you're playing well and you're carrying your team along.
Over the middle, complete. It's Carr. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 37.
Brandon, unless my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, it's the second time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Prescott down. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
21 yards there on 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
On second down, Prescott again. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is, and that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care, and when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team to wins.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 16 carries, 126 yards.
They look like a team that really emphasized the running game in the offseason. They were going to build around it. Didn't matter if they were going to run gap scheme, power scheme, whatever. They've got a runner who finds yardage if you give him just a little bit of space.
10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They'll run on first down. McCray, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Now Green to throw on second down. And Sanders has got it complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 32-yard line.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. It's Marsh. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. And here's Green. From the gun, he'll throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 14. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how are you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it from me. You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll throw out wide, complete to Sanders. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. From 3 yards out, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense, too.
That's a great point, because now they've been on the field for a long time. Them going to the bench, trying to make adjustments, trying to figure things out, but they'll do so fatigued.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 7-7, our score after one. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
A good pickup there, 22. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll run with Pollard. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking middle, and that's complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 28.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. Call it a gain of 3, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
3rd and short yardage, Prescott. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Has a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a 1st.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. On 2nd and goal, Prescott. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Can't be any better than a perfect 6 for 6. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Here's Prescott. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards, 1st down, Atlanta.
But that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
On 1st down, McCray. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's the 2nd and 7. It's caught by Sanders. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
They'll run on 1st down. McCray. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up.
And he's going to be taken down. Back across midfield, just across midfield at the 49. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. To throw on 3rd down, Green. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And the return stop just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Now Prescott. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there. And in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. On second and 10. Prescott got his man complete over the middle. It's Carr. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 49 yards. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days? That they used to carry pianos on their backs when after they caught the football. Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the...
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Maurice Hurst. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Prescott from the gun. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Carlson able to put this one through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. They had it first and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little under pressure. Down he goes. Sacked at the 10. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now from the 9, here's second and goal. Now Prescott. That is incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense because when he's doing that kind of work.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Let's go, D. Gonna be a long day.
On 1st and 10, Green. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals, because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half 2 after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. And it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on here? And instead of playing for the team, they're playing angry and mad at their teammates.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Green operating from the gun. And that's complete to Sanders. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 15 yards, first down Atlanta.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On 1st down, McCray. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Exit, exit. Alert flare, alert to 6. Bullet, now.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
To throw is Green from the gun on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Green now, throwing on 4th down. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They were caught in no man's land that time, but the decision to go for it, that was the right one. It's a first down. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on
They come out here in the eye. They'll keep it on the ground. Marsh, and he will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons cut into that lead. They go for just 1 here as it's up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. To throw is Prescott, and this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Prescott. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 39.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. In for the sack, Deion Jones.
Well, never takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball to cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Good positioning, and it's picked off. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
On second down, Pollard. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And down to the 19-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Cowboys with a football. They'll be looking to tack onto their lead as we get set for the fourth. Prescott looks to throw on first. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. Throwing, Prescott. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 3 yards is the gain that time, second and goal.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So,
and he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Yeah, good job.
From 6 yards away. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors. But that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Get out the field, defense.
Looking to throw. Green. Now they go screen. It's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away. Throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. The Falcons on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it is incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. Well, being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
1st down, and it's Pollard again. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down. Prescott wants a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. Pass. There he goes, left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football, because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st. They'll run on 1st down. Joyner. And I think this defense knew what was coming, as he is smothered behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. On 2nd down now, Pollard. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Prescott to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, That allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Green from the gun, he'll throw. This is the tight end Fant. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 2nd and 2. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Green. He's got his tight end Fant. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. Green on 1st and 10. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
Here we go. Cover the ending. And let's get in them holes.
And here's Green on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And out of bounds right around the 20. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. Well, that's one part of the equation. Puts him back within 1 score, but I'd be surprised if we don't see an onside kick coming up.
Yeah, I think you're probably right, partner. They've still got the 2 timeouts. But without that 3rd one, they can bleed a lot more clock on you. So how confident are you that the defense can hold them deep? I think you're exactly right. I'd line up and play for the onside kick here.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Prescott to throw. Now he's forced out right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Here we go. 26. 26.
On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for, and it's third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty, and with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew